Right you are, Mr. Matheson. Brought to you by Toyota, makers of 4Runner, the four-wheel drive sport utility vehicle for on and off the road adventure. Who could ask for anything more? Both the scoring plays in the second period, Canada, both by Mario Lemieux. The first at 5:27, the next at 19:57 on the power play. Canada outshot Team USA in the second period, 16-10 in the game, 27 shots for Canada, 23 for Team USA. That late power play face-off deep in the U.S. team end of the rink. Lemieux won the face-off, eventually scored the winning goal. Great play by Team Canada, and their face-off strategy worked to perfection.
Well, Lemieux has been very important, obviously, in this game with the 2 goals. Right next to him there, camera left, is Glenn Anderson. Just getting his game in shape here after he's been idled by a knee problem, but he's a very important member of this hockey club. They've been a little weak on the left side without him. They're hoping now that things will settle in that area of their game.
Third period underway. Here's Carpenter for Team USA to Olczyk. Trying to bar through the defense. Couldn't. And Goulet beats Tocchet. Missed him with it. Gretzky hustling down. Langway beats him to it. Langway then forechecked by Tocchet. And Otto comes in on the right wing side to get it. Now to Carpenter. In across the line. Here's Otto back to Carpenter. Shot was blocked. And back comes Canada. Here's Tocchet at center with Gretzky. Giving it to Gretzky. To Tocchet. Shot right on. Van Beesbrook stopped a booming shot there. And here's Crossman going back for Canada. Over to Coffey. And now stoppage in play. Apparently Team Canada's goal has been knocked ajar. And we get a stoppage. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Well, it would appear that we've got one line settling in, Dan, the 2 Lemieux, and Gartner seem to be a unit out there, at least much of the evening.
They're out there right now for Canada, and Canada's Lemieux. Mario dropping it back for Hartsburg, shooting it off the boards and into center ice. Flipped back in by Presley. Coffey is there to get it. That's LaFontaine in forechecking, gets it loose. Back on the boards for Presley. Shot right on. Pure save. Coffey clearing. Now Housley pinching in. Jim Miller behind the net. And Canada clear it out of there. Held in by Mike Ramsey. Shot it back of the goal, and Paul Coffey has it for Canada. Coffey almost lost it. Now picks it up. Cross ice pass. And it's Hartsburg shooting it up the ice. Back comes Ramsey. Mike Ramsey with a high shot. Big rebound on the play. Shot. Broughton fired it just wide from the slot. Then Gartner starts back to Claude Lemieux, and now back of the play, a penalty coming up to Team Canada. And I believe Craig Hartsburg, an interference call. And Hartsburg will go for Canada.
Aaron Broughton was skating in front of the net and suddenly was upended. And Hartsburg is going to get the call on that one. Get a chance to see it here. I'll tell you, the one thing about number 10, Broughton, was well, I'll tell you, all right, I'll take it. I was going to say that looked like a dive, but then I was looking at the wrong guy. An interference call.
49 seconds.
Now Team USA with a power play opportunity. They've struggled with the man advantage through the Canada Cup.
Just to update you on the Kevin Dineen situation, the verdict from the hospital where he had gone after he'd been nailed by Suter in the first period, twisted right ankle. It's a day-to-day situation, so that's the latest word on Dineen.
Here's Team USA with the man advantage. Rochefort clearing it away. Suter and Housley are the point man, and this is Suter, number 20. Out to Housley, number 6. Trying to feed it through. Back to Housley again. He missed it. And Suter has to hustle back. Messier and Gartner out to kill off the penalty. Housley to Suter. Suter working it out on left wing, and it's picked up there by Carpenter, number 21. Bobby Carpenter leaving it for Suter. Suter flipped it in front, deflected. Oh, and then fanning on a rebound in front of the net. And just missing it was Corey Millen. Close call there. Here's Millen again, but this one is called back on a two-line offside.
Yeah, and we look at Corey Millen, who is an Olympic player, by the way. He's on the Olympic team, and he's the only player on the ice tonight who is not a member of the National Hockey League. What an experience this kid is getting. Well, a reminder that the Labatt Player of the Game for Canada will receive the new Canon EOS autofocus that never misses. Stop the game with the only autofocus camera quick enough to capture all of the action. The Canon EOS, the official 35mm camera of the 1988 Olympic Winter Games.
Canada still short-handed. Hartsburg with 1:02 left in his penalty. Canada leading 2-1. Team USA on the power play with Chelios to Mark Johnson. Johnson flipped it in, but Propp there to break it up, but he didn't quite clear it out. Mark Johnson gets a reprieve, gives it to Presley, over to Chelios. Chris Chelios, number 24, out in front, backhander. You're the save, and then Rochefort clears to Gartner. Gartner gets it ahead to Propp. And Brian Propp, number 26, into center ice. He's checked, and here's Gartner. LaFontaine breaking it up. Gartner now centers. Crossman knocks it down. And then it's fired out of there by Mark Johnson. But back is Bourque. And he clears it off the boards down the ice. 15 seconds left in Hartsburg's penalty. Langway for Team USA. Over for Chelios. Chelios tried to pass it, picks it up himself. Bourque there to break it up. And Ray Bourque clears it away. Langway back to get it. Hartsburg's back on. Canada at full strength. Langway right in front of his own net, giving it off on the play to Presley, who couldn't get it out. Canada holding it in. LaFontaine flipped it. Tocchet knocks it down. Here's Gretzky to Tocchet. Shoots right on. Rebound to Tocchet. Flips it across. Backhanded. Just wide. From close in by Anderson. Now back to Murphy, a drive. Blocked at the defense by LaFontaine, and now Langway knocks Anderson flying, and Rod Langway will get a penalty, and Canada will go on the power play. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Rod Langway in for interference at 4:22. Let's take a look at this whole sequence. Tocchet and Anderson very much involved here, as there's the penalty as Langway just upended Anderson right in front of the net. Referee's been right on top of those calls. An interference call, but two great chances. First Tocchet and then Anderson right in close just prior to the penalty call. Canada scored only its second goal in 12 power play attempts. Back in the late stages of the second period, the go-ahead goal. See how they do here.
They have quite an alignment. Lemieux, Messier, and Gretzky up front. Coffey and Bourque the point men. Here's Coffey to Messier. Back to Coffey. Coffey moves in deeper into the corner to Lou. Now it comes out to Gretzky, side of the net to Messier. Over to Bourque. Bourque sliding it to Messier. He lets it go to Gretzky. Back to Coffey. To Gretzky. Cross ice. Now to Coffey. Shot. Jammed at by Messier, and Van Beesbrook to save. Well, on paper, that power play should be pretty good, and it looked pretty good right there on ice.
They moved it around the outside, but they didn't penetrate, really. And I think you want to get somebody in front of the net. But you're right, on paper, the passing was very pretty, but nothing resulted. I think, as I say, you're going to need to... I'd like to move a Messier right in front of that net. Let him jam up the area there. Wayne Gretzky. You know, an interesting point was brought to my attention. There's a lot of talk in Europe about, oh yeah, but Gretzky's the best in Canada, and so is the best here. Makarov or Karutov's the best in the Soviet Union. But only one player has played in 4 tournaments and won the scoring championship in all 4 of them.
And only one man in any league has won the most valuable player trophy 8 consecutive years that I know of.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the mark that distinguishes him from anybody else in any sport. Here's Messier to Bourque. Ray Bourque into the corner to Lemieux. Lemieux's pass intercepted. He gets it again. 45 seconds left in Team USA's penalty. Here's Lemieux into Messier. Missed it back of the net. Gretzky around to Mario Lemieux. Back to Bourque. Over to Coffey. Into Gretzky.
Get somebody in front.
Here's the pass. Messier was there for the deflection. They score! Mario Lemieux has the hat trick.
The key, they got somebody in front. Watch Messier, who got in front when that shot came in. Here it comes. Messier moves in front of the net. Gets the deflection. Now things are out of control for Team USA. And the goaltender down and out. And Mario Lemieux right there, marked off to the side. They weren't putting a man in front.
Nice little pass here by Gretzky from behind the net.
Yeah. All he had to do was get it out there. But again, that deflection by Messier was the key.
Mario Lemieux with the hat trick. 5:59 the time. The genuine hat trick.
That's right.
He scored all three of Canada's goals
In a row, which is a true hat trick. Gretzky and Messier draw the assist. Another power play goal.
3-1 Canada. A very costly penalty there to Ron Langway and Team USA. Back comes Brent Sutter shooting it in. He's out there with Claude Lemieux and Gartner. Puck knocked into center ice and hustling back to get it is Rochefort over to Crossman. Canada trailed at one time, 1-0, but now they've scored 3 in a row, all by Lemieux. Chelios back for Team USA. Chris Chelios from the Montreal Canadiens, number 24. Tried to center, knocked away by Crossman. Held in, Suter, they score! Corey Millen deflecting it in. And Team USA is right back in the thick of things.
That looked like a pinball shot. Looked like it went off a couple of legs, and Millen just cruising around in front of the net, but it's Suter, number 20, who lets the shot go. It's cleared back towards the point. There it comes. That's Chelios letting the pass go back. Now the quick shot off one leg and into the net. Corey Millen will get credit. I imagine it'll be Suter and Chelios with the assists on the play. Now watch in front of the net. As it's just deflected, not much Fuhr could do at all, and it's deflected downwards between his legs.
From Duluth, Minnesota, Corey Millen from the United States Olympic team, scoring on a deflection to cut the Canada lead down. Now here's Gretzky, moves in, shoots, shot wide. Tocchet just missed on the deflection. And back comes Team USA. Kelly Miller getting it into center ice. Presley fires it in. LaFontaine tipping it into the corner. Presley taken out by Tocchet. And Bourque comes up with it. Clearing it out, and here's a long pass to Gretzky. Overskates it, Tocchet picks it up. Tocchet trying to flip it through. Into the corner for Gretzky. Tries to center to Goulet. He's knocked down. And Fraser cleared it out for Team USA. Ahead to Presley. Knocked away by Team Canada's defenseman Crossman, and then Gretzky flips it in. That's Bob Brook back to get it. Anderson hammered him. Now Goulet in the slot. That is shot blocked as Gretzky set him up. Here's Anderson to Gretzky. Back to Crossman. Scooped it in front, hit Anderson with it. Then two Team USA players bump into each other, and Canada gets possession. Norman Rochefort shooting it in. Back to get it, Langway. Flip to center, Crossman there defensively to break it up. Trying to feed Messier, he didn't see it, and Brook, number 13, from the Minnesota North Stars, has it for Team USA. To Langway. Now to Chris Nyland. Nyland back on the ice after serving a 10-minute misconduct. Team Canada leading 3-2. And here's Ray Bourque to Messier, firing it in. Claude Lemieux hustles in. Here's Claude Lemieux, put it in front. Messier was open, fanned on it. Lemieux a shot. Another one, he shot wide. Hard work by Claude Lemieux almost paid off. Here's Lemieux again. Now Howardchuk. And it's taken by Olczyk and cleared out for Team USA. Larry Murphy for Canada back to get it. 11 minutes left in the third period. 3-2 Canada. Here's Messier. Offside goes Canada at Team USA's blue line. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
They're the scoring leaders in the championship, and as you can see, Gretzky has moved right up. He's picked up a couple of points on the Lemieux goals here tonight. And again, I mentioned that he's played in 4 world-class tournaments. There's a World Championship, there's the World Junior Tournament in '79, a couple of Canada Cups. He's won the scoring championship in all 4 against the so-called greatest players in the world, so I don't think there's any doubt who ranks #1 in the world right now. I don't know who will argue that point even.
Here's Team USA moving in. Chance for Carpenter. Carpenter put it right through the crease with a neat move. Now Mario Lemieux. Couldn't get anywhere this time. Chelios there defensively. Feeding it to Joel Otto. Otto checked by Mario Lemieux. He lost it, and Olczyk comes back to Carpenter, leaving it for Otto. And Boston there to break that up. Canada able to clear it out as Gartner shoots it down the ice. Chelios going back to touch it. That's icing against Team Canada. 10:13 left in the third period.
Well, it's Chris Chelios, who is looking for a big contract for the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know whether he's going to get it or not. Apparently, his agent presented Serge Savard, who was, of course, here in Hamilton, with a proposal for a 7-year contract and an option. He's not going to get it, I can guarantee you that, from the Montreal Canadiens, because Canadians aren't in the habit of giving even Guy Lafleur that kind of a contract, or Larry Robinson. But I suppose it's an interesting opening foray in the contract negotiation battle that generally goes on this time of the year.
By the way, a sellout crowd here tonight, 17,026 here at the Copps Coliseum. Here's Hatcher for Team USA, flipping it in front, knocked away, and Tocchet for Canada fires it out of there into center ice. Langway loses. Here's Tocchet with Messier and Gretzky, but they go offside. Gretzky, or at least Messier, in ahead of the play at Team USA's blue line.
3 times that man has had a 100-point season. First All-Star in '82 and '83. A great player. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Canada 3, USA 2, 9:55 left. Gretzky, Goulet, and Tocchet, the Team Canada line, out against LaFontaine, Miller, and Presley. Hartsburg at Team Canada's blue line, knocks it to Tocchet, now to Gretzky. Gretzky fires it in. Michel Goulet, number 16. Cleared it. Langway is there for Team USA. Lost it. Here's Gretzky cutting in. Drops it back. Goulet stopped by Van Beesbroek. Gretzky had a chance to shoot, passed it off.
Threw it right into his skates. It was a little difficult to handle for Goulet.
Here's a loose puck in Team Canada's end. Goulet feeding it to Tocchet, pass behind him. Back comes Presley. Presley knocking it into the corner. Taken out by Coffey. Now LaFontaine with the puck. Pat LaFontaine centered. Big slap shot by Housley. Went off a stick wide of the net, and back comes Canada with Hartsburg firing it in. Gretzky in to get it. Gives it to Howardchuk. Over to pick it up is Mike Ramsey. And as he tried to clear it around, he cleared it over the glass. 3-2, Canada leading. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
3-2. Face off deep in the USA zone. Still trying to settle on lines here, Dan, and they're not coming together very well. Or did Mike Keenan?
Here's Suter. Off into the corner to Chelios. Back to Gary Suter. Up the middle to Joel Otto. Otto, another of the Calgary Flames, upended by Murphy, and Murphy's going to get a penalty here. And Team USA will have a power play chance with 8.5 minutes left. Larry Murphy from the Washington Capitals to the penalty box. And they're going to call it holding.
Well, he put a little bit of a hold on this man as he was going in deep. Get a chance to look at it. You be the judge.
Canada's penalty number 8, Larry Murphy.
Little grasp there on the arm. Come down, so Murphy goes off, and now a chance for the USA to try and tie this one up on the power play.
They still have not had a power play goal in the Canada Cup tournament.
Well, and it's getting well into the tournament as well. They were 0 for 8. I think it's 0 for 10 now.